better come up with a new hiding place for my money.
Jesse Pinkman survived Breaking Bad. Todd Alquist was built to win it. One of these men was destroyed by his conscience. The other didn't have one to begin with. In the world of Heisenberg, there are two kinds of criminals, the ones who suffer and the ones who function. Jesse Pinkman spent years breaking under the weight of his own humanity. Todd Alquist never broke, because there was nothing inside him to snap. Today, we're analyzing why the polite sociopath is more dangerous than the kingpin, and the terrifying reason why the system always prefers the Todd Alquists of the world. In any criminal enterprise, there is a hidden rule. Conscience slows production. Emotion creates hesitation. And hesitation is a risk to profit.
So that batch that you just cooked was 96%. Kind of figured you deserved a little something.
Inside this structure, empathy isn't just good or bad, it is inefficient. Jesse Pinkman feels everything, which makes him friction in the machine. Todd Alquist feels only what is required.
Shit happens, huh?
Which makes him the perfect lubricant. One man is a human who broke. The other? He's the human who never was. Most villains have a why. Gus Fring has revenge. Walt has pride. Todd Alquist, he has nothing. Look at his apartment. It's an imitation of a life. It's what an alien would build if you gave them a manual on how to be a middle-class American. Todd isn't a monster, he's a mirror. He doesn't wrestle with moral tension because he doesn't experience moral friction.
I didn't want to kill him. You gotta believe that. You know, at the end of the day, it was him or us, and I chose us.
He observes the hierarchy in front of him and conforms perfectly. He kills Andrea like he's taking out the trash.
Just so you know, this isn't personal.
Efficient, polite, and totally empty. He doesn't view Jesse as a suffering man, but as a high-functioning chemistry set.
Kenny, if he breaks his leg, he's not gonna be able to cook.
Be a fucking HR department? Jesus, Todd, relax.
In a system that rewards output over soul, Todd isn't evil. He's optimized. If Todd is a vacuum, Jesse is a pressure cooker. Where Todd absorbs violence as instruction, Jesse absorbs it as trauma. Every death stays with him.
Say it. I woke up, I found her, that's all I know.
I woke up, I found her, that's all I know.
It slows him down. He spirals.
I killed her, it was me. I got her back up.
Jesse.
I loved her more than anything.
But here is the mistake everyone makes. They think Jesse's empathy makes him weak.
Why, in God's name, would I poison a child? To get back at me!
In reality, it's the only thing that keeps him from becoming another Todd. Jesse is the human who breaks because he refuses to stop feeling. The system penalizes his humanity at every turn. In a hierarchy built on emotional suppression, Jesse is the glitch that generates heat until the whole thing eventually melts down. In El Camino, we see the peak of this dynamic. Todd gives Jesse a pizza.
On the way home, I was gonna get us some pizza. Because you earned it today. What kind of pizza do you like, Jesse?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. Sure. Classic. I like that too.
He lets him out of the cage. He treats him with a terrifying, soft-spoken kindness. This isn't manipulation. It's a comprehension failure. Todd acts like they are friends because he literally cannot recognize Jesse as a violated human being. To be harmed is one thing. To be reduced to mere utility by someone who thinks they are being nice to you? That is the final humiliation. When Jesse has the chance to shoot Todd in the desert and doesn't, that's not cowardice. That's the human who breaks, realizing that pulling that trigger in that moment would turn him into the machine that adapts. When Jesse finally kills Todd, he doesn't use a gun. He uses the very instrument of his containment. It is the most visceral moment in the series because it's the only time the human who breaks finally forces the machine to encounter reality. In his final seconds, Todd doesn't look hateful. He looks confused. The system never prepared him for a consequence he couldn't process. Jesse Pinkman escaped because he refused full adaptation. He remains scarred, haunted, and broken, but he is still human enough to want something beyond the machine. Todd Alquist died exactly as he lived, aligned with the structure, emptied of conflict, and perfectly functional. The tragedy isn't just that Todd existed, it's that the world he thrived in still does. In a world that rewards efficiency over conscience, is being broken the only way to stay real? Or was Todd actually the hero of his own story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.